Hi guys, good evening. Hello guys, can you hear me? Uh, I've shared the link, shared the screen. I can see the screen, but can you hear me properly? If you can put that in the chat. All right. I think people are joining so they can actually hear me. So let me just start from a couple of scans. Cool, Amrita, thank you. So let's start from these bearish candle patterns. If we see anything on Hanging Man, Evening Star, and Doji Star in my watch list. Okay. So I get NVIDIA, G, Uber. NVIDIA is showing me a negative pattern. Okay, NVIDIA. Bearish candle pattern on daily. I was not expecting this. There's a hanging man or negative pattern on NVIDIA. G, Uber, I am not interested. Let me do bullish candle patterns. Not in all stocks. In my watch list. Good evening, Abhijit. Good evening, Harish. So nothing on the bullish side. Let's start with inside day. Nike UPS. Not really crazy. Let me just check for twelve and 34 crossing on daily. Again in S&P. Anything big? Not really. So from my scan, I don't see anything substantially stronger or weak. Uh, so let's come to our tickers then right away. So in the month of September, we saw really big moves, and this was the sheet which we were discussing last time. We are right in the same zone like ES futures. Buy above 58.05, consolidation is happening. It tried to break out or break down from the 12 EMA, but somehow it is managing it and holding it. We tried to break down and lose 12 EMA, but next day we were able to recap it. So I think we still have some more legs. This is kind of making a ascending triangle. Unless it breaks down right here, there's a very good possibility that we are going higher. So as of now, nothing negative is coming into the market, like from a policy point of view. Uh, Everything is supported. All the Fed speakers are speaking in favor of the economy, trying to reduce further rates. But market is like in the same zone in the last almost 10-15 days. If you see this, we are in a practically very tight zone. So if we break out of this triangle or rectangular zone, the possibility is higher. Also, the pattern, this is called as an ascending triangle. This is also looking much more bullish. So there is nothing negative as of now in the market. And the trend wise, we are 12 EMA is right there, 34 is right there. It shows the strength is there. The DMI is neutral. It's not positive. It's not negative. It's neutral. TTM squeeze is telling me that yes, a little risky to go fresh longs, but no point going short. Short will come when the dark blue line will convert into the red line. So all in all, there is no aspect of market which is telling me to go and panic and create shorts at this moment. So if I look at this, my base is around 57.80, 57.82. So I'm going to keep a stop loss right there, 57.85-ish. That's my stop loss. Probability of going long has gone better. So it's 60%, 40% on the negative side. And the first prime area, if we can clear this, is 58.30, which is our previous high. And then if we can clear this, then we are looking at 58.55 and 58.75. 58.30, 58.55, and 75. These are possible targets, but recommended to buy only above 58.05. Is it an inside week? I did not do a scan on the inside week. Alright, looks. NVIDIA is inside week. SMCI, UPST, all of them are inside week. So NVIDIA, ES, all are inside week. Yes, yes, yes. NVIDIA is inside week. SMCI, I do not have it, but SMCI is inside week. V is inside week, and MU is also inside week. So all these are inside week. So inside week is a pattern which is like a breakout pattern. If we break out of this zone, I'll explain in terms of NVIDIA and ES. Let's update the time frame to this. So inside week is roughly that the candle here is within this candle. If we call this as in notation, this is candle 1 and this is candle 2. So if they are like within this range, we call them as inside week. So these are inside week. So if we can clear this, there's a positive breakout. If we can break down this, there is a negative. And on the weekly candle, we are far from the 12 EMA. So 56.50 something. If it happens, like if there is a news, if something negative comes in from somewhere, right? 56.50 is an area where I would be a like person waiting to get long. This is not bearish. This, I would say, a healthy pullback, a back test. And once we clear test, we will have more power to continue higher. All right. So this is inside week. Crowd is good. Sandhu, we even went long on crowd on Thursday, and it just continued from there. So from a levels perspective, I am not shorting until if I lose 57.65 right now. And my stop loss again 57.85. And my target will be the base area is 57.22. And this is the line. Like if you want to create a line, you will find that this is area where it was finding resistance. Once it cleared, this is the area where it is finding some support. So this is the good area. If we lose the 12 EMA, this is the good area 57.22, a good area to find support, and 57.02. So all in all, it's a bullish biased market, nothing negative at all at this time. So 57.22 and 57.02. It's a ascending triangle, possible breakout coming. and also an inside week. NQ. NQ is exactly similar in pattern, like reclaim the 12 EMA, reclaim the important Fibonacci area of 2185. So 2185 is a very good and important stop loss. In the last few days, we tried finding base here, we lost it, then we went down, almost tested the 34 EMA. Now, the advantage of this kind of pattern is, again, it's an ascending triangle pattern, similar to like ascending triangle is like when the top is kind of holding its values and you are getting lowers and like higher lows. If we call this as H1, L1, this becomes higher. H3 is much higher. So possibilities, it will go like this. This is an ascending triangle. So here 2185 is really good. If we can buy and manage to hold above 200, like right now it's 244, about 17 points. But if we can buy in the range by like 250, it's a good area to get that. And once we do this, the area of resistance is the close here, which is 345. That's almost $100 move, 345. And this one is 2475. It's also a W pattern, which is making here also it was a W and ascending and W. So breakout is coming right here. Exactly same. Inside week, again, bullish bias 60%. See, you can look into the big stocks, Apple, Nvidia, Tesla, they're all holding well. If they're holding well, it's very difficult for the index to go down. If you get 20,000, 70, 60, that's also a good area to go long. Now, if you want to short, you can try a risky short below 2185. Stop loss is right there. 2075 is one target. So 110 points and 19849, 19850. So this is a very good pattern for, let me just correct the dates here. 7, 1, 4. Apple. So this is all about index. We have all the index happening. Consolidation happening. If it breaks, it can test value. That's, but most likely, W pattern is framing up in both ESN and Q. So any dip should be bought unless we lose substantially below 5702 and 19850. Every dip should be bought here. Apple. Apple made a hammer right here. Somehow it is holding up. I really don't know what it is, but it is trying to hold this line very, very strongly. The trend is positive, but it's, if you look at the DMI is really, really weak. So it's holding up, but any moment it loses to 22, like 2 to 441, it's really going to be crazy down. So let's wait. Do not try to go short early into Apple. Like Friday I tried, but it didn't work out. In case you get a sell below, that's your 224.50. If you lose it, that's where you want to sell it. You do not want to sell it upfront, like in 226, 227. We want to break this 34 EMA. The breakage of 34 EMA will be bad for Apple because the strength in this up move is not there. Every move here, the DMI is really weak. DMI is like 14 and 15. So if it starts to turn the sides, the possibility of Apple going down is really, really solid. 217, 218, and then all the way to 29. So there's a very good possibility here. Again, do not short here above 226, 227. So Apple, if you want to short, short below this. AMD. So AMD, I also posted AMD chart on Friday. AMD is ready. It's a clear W pattern. 171, we want to just clear it. It will fill the gap to 174. So AMD is really positive. I am 70%. That could be my one of the uh, good setups. Like I gave an entry around 159, 160. So last week it came to 160 and then from there it bounced. And the idea was long above 169. It came and closed above 169. So now I am turning bullish on this because it has done all its required thing. Buy above. And most likely this will open higher. But I really wanted to hold 171 and above. So 174. And AMD is like really, really tightly tested. It also has an event on 1010. So keep an eye on that. And right here, 184.50. So if I have to be positive on one single stock this week, I would go for AMD. AMD is really, really positive for me. If you want to pick up, you can pick up AMD. That's the best ticker. Amazon. Amazon is somehow holding up. It went down, lost the 12 EMA. Again, the DMI is going down really badly. You need to be very mindful of Amazon that uh, it is dependent on the economy too much. So if we start to lose 185, 186 area, it's better to wait for Amazon to like come back. Because in the longer term charts, it's kind of making a head and shoulders pattern like this, and it's right there. So unless we start to lose this neckline here, we started to drop after the earnings, but it was reclaimed. But net, we need to hold this 180-ish area. So if you're a person who wants to go long on Amazon, wait for 180. On the intraday side, like for tomorrow, it's better to try Amazon above 184. Like 184 should be your stop loss. If it dips, it's something you need to try. So I will keep my stop loss as 184. I'm buying above 186, or I will say buy in dips. It usually has a habit to dip very easily. 184, 185-ish area. And stop loss is 184. Target is 188.65. If it clears 188.65 on the closing basis, it will run. It will run all the way to 200 very quickly. Amazon is buy on dips. Baba, last time we talked that Baba, every dip should be bought. Again, every dip should be bought one more time. 104 is an extremely good area. If we can get a sell off and see a buy over there, they have an event this week. So again, long term, it's a long term breakout. If you can buy this around 1,415, that's absolutely great. But if you want to buy around 114, you need to be a little careful because it's close around that. It may like if you see the long-term charts, 114 is one of the areas where it has found some support or some level of resistances. So 114, it closed around that. I really want 110 area. I am not interested to buy it right here. It needs to sustain above 115, 116, so that I can go for 133. 133 will come and definitely will come in few days. But I just need it to cool off a little. Right now, everything is super high on Baba. So a little pullback, 110, 112 is good. So I'm waiting for the pullback. Like it's a good setup. Any pullback is really good. 104 is my last pullback. CRM, last week we talked about CRM. It's a breakout of 274. It did. And it's almost hitting now. It was a breakout about 274. It did. And now it's right there at 288-ish area. It's going into the gap. The gap is around 293. So any stop loss around 284 is really good stop loss. So CRM is going into the gap. And remember, these stocks, if they start to run, they will run. So 274 in the week initial days, like Monday, Tuesday, it went on to 270. But once it reclaimed 274, it did not look back and almost hit 287. We closed around above 287.75. So it was a good trade. So 284 is my stop loss now. I'm looking at 293.50 to fill the gap. And once it does, I want to really see 303. Buy near 285, 86. If you get an opportunity to get a dip, use that 85, 86. And it's a bullish setup. Google, it really disappointed. This is one of the biggest stocks which is consolidating really tight in a very range. Very like it's one of the biggest laggards. But after a long time, it is building up a positive momentum, but it's not able to hold. Like if market starts to get weak, this gets the first one to become weak. So if you really want Google, uh, 165 is your stop loss. If you lose 165, there's no point trading. So Google is like 165 is my stop loss. If it starts to lose, if it starts to lose 165, avoid it for longs. Do not go short because this market is not for short as of now, but buy in depth near 166. Target 169, the previous target, and 174, 74.20. So these are target for Google. It's positive. If you can get a dip, use it. IBM, I'm replacing this with Crowd. CrowdStrike is one of the stickers which we picked last week in the trades. It's doing really well. It's making a hammer at the bottom of a good consolidation. Like if you see, it's trying to make a rectangular channel. So next is 328-ish area. It came here, bounced down, bounced down. It should hit this area now. So 281, 282 is a good stop loss, but that's like $10, $12. So any dip you want, I'll mention here about Crowd. Uh, Dip to 280, 282 is really good buying opportunity. And if I have to keep my stop losses, in this case, I am looking into my charts and I'm looking to see where it opened. It opened about 288, went down, came and then closed higher. So buyers were there throughout the day. So 288 is a really good stop loss. If you get a dip, buy near 290, 292 area. And targets, as I said, 328 is the ultimate target, but first is the psychological 300 and 309. So if I have to pick outside of AMD, Crowd is one of the good stocks to pick. So I'm going to mark this into yellow. So it's easy to be identified. It's a good setup. IWM, it's consolidating near higher lows, lower. It's making like dodges from this move. Again, I am a little unsure because I've lost enough on IWM that whether it will work or not, but somehow it is holding up. Maybe this is the week where IWM starts to show some sense and start to show some positivity. So IWM is 218 area, that's it. Sell below. So this setup is right, pretty good. Meta was a breakout last week. So it did not break below uh, 560 and it was along above 567. So we have achieved it. Meta is really, really solid at this time. They are not in the inside days. So Meta is all bullish right now. Now, problem with Meta is extremely bullish. Now, it usually when it goes above this area, it tries to hit. So 620, 615 is pretty much possible on Meta with a stop loss of 590. So 590 is your stop loss. Again, if you get a dip, buy near 592, 593. And usually in the morning, it gives you that chance 600, the psychological level, and 617 are my targets. Microsoft is the weakest, similar to Google. It's like if you see it is in a very, very tight range. And this is again making a channel move. The trend is also turning bearish. So if something has to break down, this should be Microsoft. Like again, a little crazy view will be that yes, it follows the channel and then starts to return. So we need to see a reversal above 418. So if it holds above 418, yes, you can see a move. But if it doesn't, then everything right now is showing for a decline in Microsoft. So sell below, last time it was like 418 was the target. It came, it has lost 12 EMA, and also 34 EMA is covering above 12 EMA now. So it is really bearish. Stop loss is my 418. Sell near 418. Target is 410. I would say 412 and 410. And if it clears 418, try longs above 418. MU, MU had really good earnings and it's trying to hold. So again, if a stock has shown some strength and is holding well into the earnings, backtested this, I'm actually inclined to go long into MU. So 99.35 is my stop loss on MU. I want to buy near 101, 102. It closed around that area. Possible moves 110 and then all the way to 122. Very much possible. Yep. Netflix. Netflix has earnings this week and it is holding 12 EMA to the moon. This is the bull flag which is breaking out 746. So evening star, it went down but held on to 12 EMA. And one thing here is that the DMI is still not bad. So this move has more legs. So maybe 745, 750 is there into Netflix. And Netflix will define the sentiment of the tech stocks. So it's definitely a buy. It did a 12 EMA test. Now, first of all, stop loss is over 708, which is like, let's find 710. I would say if it drops near 715, 718, go for it. Target is 728 and 746. And if 710 is lost, then there is a possibility we may see weakness into 693, 677. Then we have NVIDIA. NVIDIA have a bearish candle pattern plus inside week. So let's look at NVIDIA. So NVIDIA is making a hanging man right there. So it went from 115 to 125, 26, and now hanging man. So if it holds 123, it's all right. If it doesn't, then I'm a little concerned. So 120 is a good area to add long, but 124 is 2.5% higher. So I am little iffy about the NVIDIA move. So 120.35 is my stop loss, which is the 12 EMA. I want to buy if it dips to 122, 123. I do not want to buy it right away because I want it to test 123.50, 124 and 129. Yes. I really want NVIDIA to come here and find support around 123. If it doesn't, it will come to 120 and test the 12 EMA. So this looks good, but I really want it to cool off. Again, the move in NVIDIA, the DMI is all weak. DMI all week does not give me confidence of going longs very easily on NVIDIA. So just keep in that while you're looking at the trades. Last one we have is Tesla. Tesla again, we wanted for 265 to clear and hold. It did not, and then we went down. So cup and handle will only happen about 265. Right now we are feeling that. We just need to clear this 265 area. So till the moment we hold 247, 50, I'm gonna take a chance on Tesla above 250, targeting 265, 35 and 276. Again, it must hold 247 and clear 265. If it does, it is one of the best tickers to go higher. And now you can see all my tickers, just two big stocks, Apple and Microsoft. I'm shorting them. Otherwise, everything is bullish. So this way, I think even if Apple or Microsoft start to lose and they do not have much on the downside as of now, it gives a good opportunity for the market to sustain and hold here and go higher from this point. I changed this, it did not change the date. All right, guys. So this is it from me. Uh, Anyone has any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm done. Anybody on the Telegram or on the Twitter, if you have any questions, please feel free to post. I will definitely answer. Looking into Telegram. Nobody has any questions. All right. Thank you for joining in tonight. Take care. Bye bye.